was so. And into said the Yedaya, so you now person with tea for fra, best alcohol YouTube, or I channel what and win some. And son and so Mama Embe Yakumasi, not for young bumpire, your family share over this. Your bumpire. While we are doing now, to for that was sick. You can fool you are sure and yam. While I don't need shra, when you made the we so in the and embrace. Empire was a rather brilliant symphony. Said the bed, the piano, a bed, the sure and yam. Yet they were about a show and some cook and say, well, they can suffer anymore. Nothing, no, you soon whom be ala. Then the SSL, Maya Tiasano, often so at church me at Yasibi. Yet I was sick. The moon I alpha in also ever when they net and you may. So would do me know you who are. Show when yam, nothing young farmer as a dama. Yes, so parents said better opportunity. I think you may never read you are Yakasa as a dana in county. Yet I was sick and embrace with tea and pipe. Oh, Jesus, demons. Amen.
Amen.
You said them they can't no. Them for my man Joyce Atta Jenfi. And I said, Beninfo, and I said, lawyer, and then on the back I say, Mummy, in Amphia, some feminine. We are saying, Bisa, and then we be with the answer at the Abba, with the master. Mamma and Patrick, Mijaham in my income. Amen.
Amen. Openyi frimpon me da se pa se enen so we di enkan ene mpaibo meda Queens SDA so ase se enen so mama ho kwan na mato nsa frɛ me biom se mra kwan so na minim ewo obi kɔ na chi a de japade ho no minim bedi hu nkita so no ye behwese ye betua so na nyame ya adoma ye sinitofa na nkita ho de etimi ye ne da ntina obi wasembise bia ya abusua nti moto nsa frɛ me na obi frɛ a emmo bi esese etimi de ma no ye den ye de ma no se me da me ho adi kire mu me bia ye meeting no say me a member of the Ghana Bar Association na me adwuma wo lands as registrar and a legal officer na nyame adoma baka me kunu ho ha na me da so di me lawyer adwuma no enti se wo hihye bia opepe se bi beboa wo bedi wo kan dia eno so se be ekwan da ho ma yetimi ye enti e be fiase na yasen aka se ye tua so. I want to welcome all of you and to thank you for giving me the opportunity again to share the information that I have with you on management of your property when you are gone. And so nyameto nsa frɛ wa na wa ho den e ma ho kwan ma otimi be ye wa brabo yi mu no. Na sign na wo hwehwɛ ho afa. What are you going to do so that be ya enye no me Meka say enye no me a ewo na mehu ene na mate na mramu adwuma ya ye nti no empempi no nyame ayan adoma yetimi aden abre edenye bibi kakra ye de si ho ajapade no wo hwe na ye na fie tue ba na ebi wo ho a otimi say ya na anye insha kra enti na ebetimi aye wo ho sina be ya botai a ye di si ho say o property no o pese wo de ye na pese o de ma no nhira pese ye ma nkofo na ade no unsusuye no obema ayeden abem nti emi se ye fi nkomo na ase na ye fi ase with nsase nti emi se ye bo ho nkomo kakra na ye tua so with the processes a ewo mu for registration and documentation nti emi se no de ye beja ato kakra Mijiri senti ase ne ba na mo sese mu hu wo nsase ho na ye fi ase se ye di nkita ko wo se na ye wills na ene mra ebedi mu na wo hihye no so se na opese eye no ayesa ye fi ase but me de me se me ye no se na ebefa se be wo ye will wanye will because enye de me tell bi o ho a wo ye na ye mpanyimfo me gidi say aso mpanyimfo de ya sanse mi bebre den omudi hu nkita ho eso obi aka baabi na ne yiri anani kuna ba se o na busua ye mi sei na se hu baby o de fa enti wo humwe kakra e wo ho a wutimi e den ebo obi ansa na makohu lawyer no kama ma wo so agosupo enti ase bi esese wunya e wo nieme bi hu aha enti na ehu hia pa se be de ye be hu sa nieme nyina na me kan se will eye man hyehyeye enti wa ma amfa amrankwan so a anhwe ya na ebetimi abo will no cry den egu enti ebia odim se watcho will ne bi enso ebia mremu no na ese we wentimi anye ma eden na edwuma pese eduni entimi endi enti quickly no make us say de abefo edwuma enti anase broni machine de abenti mpempi no open information a obetimi anye bi wo sebe computer ne so but ya na many bi wo ho a na many mudi ho kita ho enye nyina bi na obenya den wo computer so enti na yede ma adwen ba so say ye ntie bi na ne betimi afa wo mu ne fa enti yesa ye ne be fan say recap kakra no because wo ye well amra kwan mu no wo ye 18 and above mama kwan so betimi ye well na ne hia wo mu ni say wo wie bibia no a wado nsa shase ne say wonya 2 witnesses a man they can say they should be signing at the same time, but actually people do not necessarily do that. And to need 2 witnesses signing kwa dia edimu. And to be away your will nani papa kope na sign ye. Now the court registry ye be a will no more. Essence any papa kope na sign ye. And Mabeka said there any indi shia ye be boegu. Na a basic format to be. Mrs. Sudrian so say na here pa property wills mun property. If you say was sika say na ebedi hu kitanta hu later on bi wo kra banks ni bi wo a ye wo BOD death payment on death POD ana bibisa entini many bi wo a sika ni no de ya na ho hyehyɛ deda ho deda enti pay no wo property a land property e fan sense ase ene dan a ena ya na ho hia if say ya na mra ho sem e wo ho no e den edoso na me kire mu se ya pempi no na hia se waware na anase wenyi umfi mu kakra na mra na hia e wo oye property a enti e ka se bi hu lawyer no ya nsem ni bi ho a be ka se e ketuwa bi but one word what document mun it means sanima bebre enti metwema dwon ba so se ye omre mu no so okoje asase bia ye kasa there's a joint tenancy and na say a co-tenancy na joint tenancy ni one fan share document ni mu a emra ne fa ne say mu ye nipa mienu a obia wo ne chefa wo mu a sebi okọ na echi a otimiri ma ne dofo ana say ni nua bi ana oka na edede wo busua timi de omu sato so efi say abronsan baako fiti akwa baako a ono so wo chefa ewo mu ene ne co-tenancy na mrana ene say one fa sa 2 words joint tenancy and show document mu ne wo yire kra emrani bu ni say wo yire wo ne chefa wo mu be okunu so wo ne chefa wo mu asabi obaako ko na chi a wo se na mrano e ka ne say exese ekọ ebusuan ho anase ebusuan sa etime den etoso enti says our words na ba it has so many meanings joint tenancy interest sabe oye document no se na yetaye no wa brochire ha no muslim e wo ne wo yidi mu a it is mostly said to be a joint tenancy joint tenancy and a co-ownership uko wechi a automatically no eye den eye ebeye wo kafo ne dia se wo yio se wo kuno ebeye ono ne ho dede ebeye ne dia enti ene na megidi se ehu hia pa esese de yitu yetim eya mpempi no se bi e lecture bi a yedimika se wo de wan tehwe ana se hwe anto wasum kra we de mento wasum ntimi se ye woden joint tenancy co-ownership ana ye woden co-tenants enti ne ento wasum se emra ho ma ho kwan se wo ye ne sa de a na obi a opese wo yi ewo ho efas edan na ebekọ ne ho opese okunu nso efa dan na ebekọ ne ho nti emi se ye betua so na ye hu nti na che se asase de ehun nsem no edim ewo wills mu anase property management mu na me bekọ so esua se ne me bi wo hɔ a eye na ehun hia se be den odi be hye wo will mu ana odi hye wo will mu kra ehun ni faso enti quickly ne be kan say property se na meche mu sesia no na odi am one wo spouse na abrofu me kan spouse ukunu ana say wo yire edia no your right of survivorship enti wo ka wachi a eden ebe ukunu ni dia enti sa dan no wo mfa nhye wo will mu say mi wu a me pese sa dan na ekọ mikunu ho ana mire ho if you say by implication of the document na why was asase ne so no wo ka wachi ebe ko yire ho ana okunu ho anu npa kuna woni ni yes a joint ownership no. And me share my sister some time ago say, oh, maybe a friend say living trust. And no one would ho. Now don't say say, oh, share idea so what would you but one send you to so say, oh, share so ama asinesi. And to go with cheers, I cracked and kwesi mensa and I say obintin edebeko near kwako sister din e was so keke because it was a trust, your friend a living trust. It's now I say why is our documents edia to ebi o wona asasine wo dia but obetimi aka say wo dia asasina hye mpimpini etaye mankola wo dia hye ya mansadim ya mansahweso become echi a enko meba Williams ho enti eno no umfa nhye will because why ye ho hyehye den ededa and a life insurance ni annuity this anima no eno no krata why ye life insurance what sure beneficiary ni edi wo mu deda enti enya will ne kire say me life insurance na enko asimesi ho so wo tro kra wo will mu a sa nhyehyɛ no because eye contract nti edi mu sen will na wide na what tro will ne mu no enti sa ne man de ukọ wachi automatically no onipa kwa ne din ewo sa will no so no be den ewo sa insurance na annuity proceeds no betimi akọ na eden akọ sa insurance claims na say eden ewo no so na proceeds from retirement plans if you have broche had the 401k me buy my beti bi me Ghana na menti bi da but me buy my beti 401k IRA and na yesu yeta any mo Ghana and social security and no say na me kan no what the one sa share say deda etintim krata say eno no de owi a wo ko wachi a wo so beneficiaries na bia wo ma ana okunu wo de ahyehye ho deda enti enya will na wo de kire say o say ekọ we ho ana we ho o tro mu crap a ye beka ni law says redundant and is irrelevant enye no na be sesa na what tro ye be say contractor e wo social security ana say wo 401k documents so no na mostly transfer stocks bonds mansika wo bank na ade no ya tro so transfer on death ebia wo call bank no wo de si so say me sika ya me wo sa bank mu Bank of America TD whatever it may be Citizen Bank no me come echi a momfa ma me ma me nsem wo bobo mu din say na me kind official names there be official names na krata wo ho mpacho me chairman say na CCC wo krom ho into de bia na krata wo ho no na de be hyehye documents no eno no wo pe ebekọ bank na be phone pa kro so mama you notice so pa kro aka baabi o je say security enfa stocks a bonds a eno so bend den ye be kire wasesa na de yesesa din no e de amount and lastly so me can say me chat say so say property a wo de ko share company mu no ye wo share de den ye de a disposal of company property by resolution. What do share company as if in money a difference? It is no more your sole property and now say your self-acquired property. Bioman can also to me to send an kawo document. I won't find share property. I won't find share company bias. Inti pacho monshare sansun so you know. Take note of that difference. And I take note of that incident. If so, be or so, ebia or the be per se, ye company ne de sa japadi koji load. It's now their koshe company ni dim. But now the what doing and say still a would dear into beti media ma we busu and I say ma na we and now no ma ho kwan sa and she share why ye de san ye men na. So question bi wo ho a obi pese obebisa ɛwɔ ne yɛsua kakra hu a say kwan da hɔ a yɛbɛtumi ɛden ayɛ saa sene bɛyɛ a yɛbɛhu sene yɛbɛma nkɔmmɔdie no ɛbɛden ɛbɛkɔ afa sɛ na mekyerɛ wɔ title of the discussion. We are looking at both wills and letters of administration. I'm saying wills you didn't come work a crime as the same sense I say no then aba and to say a little bit on letters of administration. If you are crap, so why a will crap letters of administration it me bemu because it be a property be a one far and share will nimu. No necessary letters of administration a cover. And as letters of administration, obi betimi ade akwakoji ebekwakoji na wetimi ade ahwesa property ni so. Enti mpempi no letters of administration it becomes relevant and na ye kwakoji letters of administration the name eba ho kwan me letters of administration one ebi ho why a will but executor ni wu yansa na ebia probate no nem se me chem probate na say probate ni na all the will no court lawyer the court na court so kwesi mensa will or ye nie ene mbradi mu bibia nie nti say executors no ene ebia abna echa enti ono no oba begina mu na bo court tintim so ne ama o krata ebia obi anim se fani probate no enti ebia executor ne wu yansa na yetimi probate anase owu yansa na ebia wo asebe wo dan say ukọ wachi a obegina wenemu ebia no no edikan eja nti ebe wo the world na koto won so nipa kuna so ngina won nemu no onyame afre no kan ena ebi so ho a ene de abroche na ebi etimita ehu so obi wo ho ye executor so obeka to say there be executor man menye nti otimi court ko ka say menye say adwuma no bio eno mra ho so ma ho kwan sa nti na gi say bia eden court na eden e ma ho kwan me say de ye hwe nipa foforo Ghana dey say Santa Wantawane bra ye the administrator general under the registrar general's department and the hwe sa na ma so na ebi o se na maka de no property bi e wo ho no e bia wan fa anhye wo will no nti no na letters of administration ehu hia na Ghana mbremu no letters of administration no ehye wo ho mostly no more betimi apply no nipa up to about 4 and I give 4 categories of people betimi first one, you mostly surviving spouse. There be a surviving spouse. As a kuna na say yire aye den. Ewo ho. Ena se bi ni ho sa nkola ewo mu. Ebi ni ho sa parents. Ebi ni ho sa na the customary successor. Mehwe mra na ewo America mu. It's more or less the same. The only difference ni say omu nim ye friend customary successor. Nem say no ye beti ase ye nkro Ghana na sa na man ye relevant. Ebusuan penyi ha de omu nim sa de ma no. Nti ahanso sa na omo ye no na ahanso pot so de ya no omu nim se na de Japan letters of administration mani pa mienu administrators ni mienu miensa. Nti mostly nipa baako ebia oyiri nti ntema e be say no oyiri okay okunu and you know ye de letters of administration na Ghana ye letters of administration mostly say oyiri nko anaso okunu nko aka so letters of administration de bia ye obi etimu na if you say ye society a ebusua chefa ho hia ye pa ntem say last me ye fato hu bi say bra me ye adwuma wo lands obi de ne krata abaya ne yiri aka baabi ono be ma ne nko ne kunu no nko no koje letter of administration ma me timu ye me na kakra me say na oba no na oni ebusua na ye kohwehwe mu na mu nsem no den bebre ama omo begina ebusua begina mu kan say asasene krapo ne na yiri dia yon papa dia all sorts of things enti mostly in Ghana no ye ne say bempi no so Ghana polygamy ewo ho ma ho kwan say polygamy ana etimi say bi wo ho be ma no ware ana oni obi wo ye ansa na oba be wa Mrs. Send enim no omre mu no ebi wo customary wife na de enti bi wo no yinu mienu ana say miense bi emra ma ho kwan say omu nyina timi gina ho say ombe den omu nyina be den ye do mu din be hihye mu say ombe administrators because the law wants to see to it to say obia sika kakra e bia test no npakno wu ya 1 year will or whatever it may be no ono so we dey chefa wo enti mpempri no so papa no wo ma from different mothers ye hwe ne say nkebe ya ebia oba ya ama no ye benye obi obegina ho de ama no antiasi manso yɛbɛnya obi ɔbɛyɛ dɛn ɛbɛgyina hɔ ama no how a manso yɛbɛgyina obi a nipa baako bɛgyina ama no sɛ bɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɔno bɛgyina hɔ no wahwɛ na ne nuanom deɛ aba no hɔ ne nuanom deɛ aba no hɔ anaasɛ ɔmo yerenom a ɔyɛ bia deɛ ayɛ dɛn akɔ no hɔ na ɛyɛ a ɔmo fo nso sɛ ɛboa nso sɛ customer success ana na busua panyin no so ɛne ho bi ɛyɛ nti mostly na ɛyɛ na yɛpɛ affidavit a ɛka ho a busua panyin ɛde ne nsa tintim asɛ sɛ ɔfoa so sɛ opinion ponsa a ɔka baabi no ne property ana ne japadeɛ no ne yiri a na yɛnim sɛ fɛ ne mrs no ne din wɔ hɔ na yɛnim so sɛ ɔne ɔbaa bi wo wɔn kran anaasɛ ɔno ɔbaa bi wo wɔ ha nti ɔno nso yɛmfa ne din ka ho sɛ no abusua panyin ɛbɛyɛ sɛ wayɛ n'adwuma nti ana ɛno ɛho hia paa ɛwɔ Ghana mbrɛ mu but abrochie deɛ ɛno deɛ sɛ ɔmo deɛ ɔmo nti bi koraa saa da it's less of menstruation mostly the disease no waka baby no the last place of abode any baby and address any sa ne manema na ebebisa na ebisa ebia property no so ne worth Ghana there ya property sans tax kakra ebe change we estate administration tax nti na ye momo aso but abrochia de wontimi nye ne sa ndu yelem association kra kwa emra wo sana obeye na obetimi quote exactly say ne wasase no ewo Brooklyn Manhattan na ne boy din a wontimi nka say ye $2,000 and $20,000 what is our value ni papa be shame tine be on betimi age ho a tax in a fee what the date of death last place of abode na mekan no na details of the surviving spouses and our spouse in a kola na send maka no affidavit from head of sa family to support it now the nyina keka ho wo so a wo ye chicho mudin wo less administration mo kire na mo ye enti wo beka so o me a me ye Mrs. Atajemfi sabe me kunu na aka baby and Mr. Atajemfi obek sabe me na aka baby nti wo kire who you are. You must identify who you are in the letters of administration so that we know whether you're a brother, a sister, a cousin, a head of family, whoever you are. Muna sani mani na bebe modern address na deal na den aka ho. Enti na fe lawyer dey akọ court. Na court no etie wie a ye de krata akọ fam baby onipa kro no etena ye no. E de akọ fam ho for 21 days. No ebia no bi wa sembi ka se onka me kranke se midin ehyemu na papa no sebe mene no oba ana se yenso ebusua no ye hwe ni bi I mean whatever it is obi fo so claim was asne so quickly no okọ no akọ catch law court eno ye friend caveats ana so okotiemu se na ye ka no locally no akọ mu na ye tie na sem se edimu a ana se edimu a ye beka se na administration no mo fa na yiri na nfa nka ho oh no yiri mienu oh na ba ko Ghana na ba ko so America eya ampempi ne eya na ye feel say sebe ye be sorry setting no but these things happen enti na bi wo ho a obi ehu nti that is what the law requires to be done. The person can bring an action to court. If a total value of the properties, no, I buying etimi, I then any dear echefa awum. So bibia sense one after 21 days. Fe na ya mama letters of administration. No, your mama says, and then a sumia ede unipakma SSA ojinemu no oshe niamane so de ma ubia waka baby wetimi ahwe aye. And then I think say ebehu behia say ampa okay, my will, but it will be good to know that what really happens in a will. But that is not how it may be in reality. And I'll just go through briefly. I hope send for questions. Quickly and briefly, what is involved? So what happens? And to Odoma kuma yeja efre ya emra kwan no ma ho kwan se ebia na owo Ghana na owo properties ni wa mo be apply onipa kno mo be abusua whoever thinks one has an interest no can go ni nuanom ni ma so ye nuan ye nim so ye court or ye will enti mo be court na makoka che registrar no ampa obehwe list ni mu court records ni mu so ampa unpa kro we simesi we oye will ampa na wa share dates e de amamo say moko boa mo ho ano na mombe den munshia wa ha on a particular date na ya fa sa will no na sa will no say me sure say the last time no ye the seal na kata will envelope no so, and when that seal is broken now it can be said say that the will has been tampered with, and before you know the registrar no will break that seal and also be biesa envelope no so sna be obi abetimi ho bedwemu say obi amfa ne nsanka enye ho kululu bia na efe wa kankan na ewo mu nyina into kankan na ewo mu nyina ehwia na forma na e say original copy na efe ama certified true copy na e de mo de akọ nti eno no mo call with the copy of the death certificate mo etimi ayesa na eme nyina nti mo yesa na efe de Mofia say money a copy of the will, and Tinefe mo no your executor no. So me enkolao so you say kuno wo hu nipa kuno executor no. Into fe e hona beneficiaries na ebe dan executor no. Na executor na adwuma no we fia se ai den ye. And amrama ho kwan say 3 months after the death of nipa kuno ye will no, executor is supposed to apply for probate. And imagine will, it does not mean say automatically no ubetimi akwa aka say asasi media papa dia mame ma media mame inti media mitimi ye na mepe oso debi emra ma ho kwan sa inti efe no de well na ebe de ebe kokko se na me kan no lawyer akwa akogina court anim na necessary oye no present aye sa na emani na efe ya ma mo probate no, as I've explained earlier. Executor no so necessary oye necessary ohun banks are not on pakuno or savings what I know sikemu no notify it's now the way back what the death certificate no now what the ABA copy of the probate na akọ chiro say asemesi aka baby and immediately no bank never close his account no omo ni obi ankasa this executor ne pe and as a let's administration and these administrators ne pe social security credit card companies any idea you know be on these notices be ko ho now after that no so nipa kono osika e wa account ni ma the bank will transfer the money into what we call the estate account into a baby account for ne aka say estate of the late so and so account into no no executor na be den e be apply na say be eye ne bi e ka ba mu a aka say ene Yanko penny sikani binyan fanko tuya ka. Na me chiwe monso say mra kwan mu no, you can only be disbursed and as executor ne betimi efiase the properties na ma beneficiaries ni ma and as ne area na ni kunu only after ne kranyina wotua. Se ontua ne kan ho kan wie ya emra ma ho kwan say den ye de she property ni mo bia. And those are some of the things. It's a bit of betting as you na executors na ton unipa property because as a so the otutu aka ontutu aka ontimi emfa ntine beka no ne fe wa start na ka bie ni ho de a ene be obefia se aye ne dwuma na se na me chwe no onu nim sa ne mani na obe se property ni bi wa America ha obetu kwan ba America New York no be wa obekọ New York County se Bronx so se hinfo obekọ county ni ho kwa kotre this is the will, it's a copy of the will no so that why it will be taken out and then enlisted in the courts. Now court is taking note so ampa no property be wa say ampa se mo say or your will needed to so a copy of it that is true. Executor go ahead. Ni amount to me say go ahead and then work on it. And as the amount to me say a handsome will now we yeah the copy to Ghana property near no the person is going to have the will to cover it. Now, me just to say, in painting it is very important to say, we are well now. What would him say? Once I see baby, I was so many. Would be Nyamiando now to me. I was got baby. Was I saw Italy? And then Italy. Oko holidays for all. Say usika doors. So wait me a properties baby. A bear saw the copies of the wills in a better to go no money na. Senabeya. Registry no have copies of those things. The executor ne ba amana ede ne dwuma na ede aye Harry. And now me says a property after all these things have been done. One important thing in here pano are executor necessary investing assets. Investing assets. And nona executor no or ye documenter or ye lawyer boano no or ye. Na wo ono etintim ase na wakase ojina opanyi Kwame anemu se na ne will ne kan ye no ena oye vesting assent the property ni se share ebia beneficiary or ka say property o New York na yen farmer no me dey share ni dim. In that document, a complete document, near the copies of the will na probate na de ni na ahihye mu near the ama onipa ko na aiden ye fe ni beneficiary no. Na no na ma beneficiary ni tumi no akwa register sa document no lands and as person ton asase na person koji loan and then the man who tumi e fe de obetimi aiden akwa ka say oh me papa wuye me ma make a baby or ye willy di mami me wo fa sibia na bibisa documents e da sunie vesting assent e da sunie enti efe me ma ton de ama osimesi sa documents na efe be den e be ka ho na me chance say pempi no say land certificate na da won sas ne so a well land certificate you are ensem bebre say podi at point in time no maybe you have to go to courts to apply say up a copy of the land certificate enti ya no bi anhwe so ye. Into our original land certificate, me say beya men wo baby a administrator na ebe dey ebe executor na ebe hu mpempi no so po no e mawpo ma nkwan say will na wo ye no utimi de sa documents ni na e ka ho car papers ani many a wo de ka ho e de share will ni mu e de ka envelope no ho na de akoto court enti ene ye fa sa krata na land certificate to car papers bibie wo mu bi. And immediately, no, the executor netting as any man my day or timing their year nejuma. Sanya many na ye, ya, not just say indeed. And tia koye chia, ana asudia a da executor and a sunye. It is almost the same as the administrator, a letters of administration or cause no letters of administration. More or less, the person goes through this process. A property one there is so what we call the vesting assent. And to me can you explain it the last time. You should not be executor now. Ya ne ehun hia pa say e be hu so obi obenya ehun do abutre abadae na nani so ye din because ya na bi wo a ntawantawa ba pa nani so ye din me chire mu so say e be ya naka ya video kakra wa utum say ufie hye wa won ko report mu say the hawks are already gathering na wa hwe na oba and say my video na wagina mu atena se aka say we de me na me ka say me na mesisi dua so say my property we me na me bring aye enko asimesi so nti ene nipa ko no asemba na okokota efo awasem so. And see, Emmy said, this is what is involved in the administration of a deceased property in accordance with Ghanaian law. I'll just say something which I normally in my lectures, my friend, advisory. It's a nema. It may not necessarily be law, but when you say, yes, say people say anya asefem anase anye ntawantawa na hintidua amfa maye. Yesterday lectures on land me can be say no cranie say wo se wo see property compound house story building block of flats now the na o de share wo ma ensemo a na administration of it very difficult. Edin sem bebre eba enti ase na bia wo ho bra wo ne wo ma eti ase no omunyi is no be agenda obi akoware foforo new traditions new everything so many things coming na ehun hi obi na make us say obe ne sa so po a na eja property no bia flat ni mienu miense bia obeka say we dey sike be wo mu no yen fa hwe property ni so. Because compound na say the SSC painting, grounds na SSC water, light bill SSC etua. Enti ebi onipa kron nim so flat number 3 dey. Odim say me flat dey wakoji hu meter otua hoka. But staircase no flat no staircase no light no hwan na etua. Pipe ne say hwan na ACAC no sewage say hwan na ehwe. Nipa pay betnemu na efe aya na wo ho. Enti eno de me can say ebeya mummy enhwe ye how this is done. Edu baby kra na obi nheda any hwa or manages our facility because if you no so e bi obo na bra ba America ha oba no onu so if na ni abreko ni law school ni medical school or trying to put himself together. Ebi so when you see Diana Kasi Bebre, I mean, just at time now connections, if we say in Ghana, contracts, old boys, what mean I say you were in good business. All CSA property when we're between 40 or 50. Sabi, Yamia Anyama Ayewe, walk away chintem. Obano, if anyway we are school, he just hasn't got the means to go and what? Manage that assets. Ebi owa dan so much say onyo be renti. Indicate me and Diana kakra two self-contained, 1 room self-contained, 3 bedrooms kakra there, and the obenyo be a rent with minutes can be. But if you have a complex fair yet money a glory, and then the management becomes a challenge. And then it is advised to say, ebeya and kawotia sen na senyamia to unsemwa. She sent top properties in the children's name, and an ibe from the beneficiaries. What as you who knew said they were you who knew fascisho would so long as they are 18 years and above, they can own property. Into their turn on signing, that's all. It takes every argument away. Now my council says a contest and have the video there. And now in paying no if you want a business, your business be. But we have never talked to anybody about it. We are running a whole construction company, and baby any mushy, and I say a bill, person this construction company. What we say the person has no interest in the property. Only a juma now. Person the share why being say a becon a dobia a restaurants. But what we say the person has no interest in it. And kebeya she money mo. Nyame adom yen say nkola ni nyi no yetimi hu no nipa kono pe se na last ye kan ye no Jacob o hwia ne man otimi hu obi esuban na wo hwia de odi hwia no ti hu no otimi hu se oba we de o nkopepe we so nipa kono pe school a hwe no na boa no ntimi nko ne school so nipa kono so be hwe obey obi a na dream beba business ni so or your third born or fourth born or last born, so long as the person has an interest, the person or what will manage the property for you. Into a best a part of the business. Na me ma honfa to say yetenhu se ko fo no mta yes ani mani bebree. And oni pako oni baby a yeji ntuma ne fi, oni baby yeji iron rods ne fi, oni baby bobisi ne fi, oni banka ne din. They know. Enti se be okọ wachi na okasa onjine mu a na company e den engu. And it may be good to have some of these discussions with your children and make them parts of what you intend to leave to them. Abrochia de kakra mekan, but they actually hold meetings every year. Ope friend in manene nana no munyano mo isikafo no my meeting. Na my choice so last year in your prophet say into ye say yes and they let them know. Into omo call they know the children are competent to manage the companies. And then it means the companies can go from Walmart, no or dada, but Walmart is still there. Colgate is still there. And yes, it may be sang kebede eboa. And me can say, know the attributes of the children and know how you are able to give the property to. Sometimes no to nipa pa ko no wo mo wa badaye. E bia na be so the property ni be shim. Because on woni dimu a etisen ya obebie ni nsem no obi aba be ship. Like I said, you see the hawks or the eagles from the hens. Omo and then enju. Now wait there, it's a bit difficult to say, but in pain, people get children out of wedlock. And where the memano sebi I plead, but I say it because it's a reality. Wona wunim say sebe oko Ghana holidays okoko baby osakofa obiso na woni onipa kona wo a bomodin na provision for akola no so that child or children do not suffer, because ebia or Mrs. Only American onim ohwe eyi na si ansan obeti ana wako wechi no ansan go say sana asimesini obi wo ye what the yewu Christo eduma sena wawo wo de nkola na bawiase nko ade a Muslim no eya na yenyi kakra ansa na nkola yaba enti bi wona nkola na di 10 years even lower younger nefe wo ba no eni eduma pepe bi ye ebi we cross na sebe okono nnuanu aduane ma wonti odo won safa no ana bibisa You make provision in the world. After all, you are gone. But you know, say, you won't ja akolan ejisan. Now where they wait me a provision for that child. And then I said, say, let us be confident when we are doing the wills. Who we give it to? Because as I'm going to end my discussion, conclusion. Na wa den etimia den na ya wadom na wa ho den etimia ma wa enya sa onyame nso ye domfo no oma obia ahoden nyansa humui we they are sorry Deuteronomy 8:18 obia onyame dum obia bisa in various ways and means. And it's a wa day etimama when you say don't worry, say, oh, me the ma we anke me firstborn and kese me the manu enti customary law munu shishe munu ye the ma firstborn and I say kitty bia try bibi munu ye the ma sister ne ma, you know, nephews or nieces in TSS me jam me man na me the mom if say nene den a customer or no. It is your self-acquired property. Loan you can self-acquired. And yet a busuya property a watch it into a busuya expected so no, it is your property. So be confident and give it the way you will be at peace with yourself. Say why you SSA den we it is na me kind ampa properties. Nyamendom ye yenye bi Ghana. And men can so say Oshena wo retirement unko di wo Ghana. E dina wo sibi wo krom, wo sibi wo nkran. Kumasi, Kintampo, Chira, Brekum, me call domain ko na me share story buildings, all beautiful story buildings. Internet say what dream about to say, am I going to spend my retirement in America, in UK, in Italy, in Germany? If I'm going to spend my retirement here, then I better get money, liquid money in liquid form, stocks, savings, investments. Because say in for the year to say, and then you see your gun and your friend then funeral home. As you called it our work. Enti mpatwa amome ntwe ya adwen emfamra so na ho ampepre and bebre se na chinchine sesem dan wo Ghana o 60 did that. Enti edi ebio. If you know you're going to stay here, then know how you're going to manage your assets. Liquid cash will be with you because a bit of time be a more dear now what the cobano it may not be what's there. You who say we say the greatest I it me who say education and self-development. Education and self-development. And to say a man up a school and quadia, young woman to school. Because with what then the person is built up of, but not bit me the age 99 so why then while acquire the property. Now a send by quan me when you baby called Taika chair and he say, Yambo Modiane ye in any Yonko school. Then they won't nip chimun quana then yent me any free home. Then they won't nip some a property a deal so many things can happen. And then stocks it me fall it. Property near day, it me say, mansu to me basso, but now they're shiny pandemia and an epidemic timidity day and baby. So that we emphasize those things and encourage our children to be wise so that they will not be able to stand on their feet and they also will be able to do what? Acquire their own property. So, like I said, we should encourage our children. Not only build on mental capacities, yet workshops, seminars, now there on various topics on land and so they build themselves up ready for the journey of life. And I think I'll sum up my discussion with the word as written in Proverbs 24:3. Bible tells us that by wisdom is a house built. By wisdom is a house built. And to say it to me, yenuanumo, yenkrunumo, bofasinumo. Se nyame ya adom na nyansa eyom nko ade de a ahoden be ho ma nyanko ayede adom no so ma ayede etimi ayede esi omo de no mani ankobri obi de and I am training my daddy, any mammy in Kabe, near Chesena, and their daddy cry or campemo, the bear no corner miss me be an abbey. No, no one can support a day has appreciated what you have done for them, and they bless you with the blessings of the Lord that you have been a good father and a mother. You help them to stand on their feet. And the way the Emmy said, this is what I would say is the best legacy. But like we have said, property, landed property especially, Emmy said, in Kitahua minimum sums up some of the basic things. One word brings all the difference. A lawyer. Na wabwao osani manu. But sena mekain a general idea ema wutimi hu sena baby also be de obetoto ne mane kakra afa ana ye kakra pa wetimi ade atiase nti Mr. Queen's SDA I'll open the discussions now for questions and our contributions. Senebeya say bibi oho a nipa bi antiase ana say question bi oho bi peso bisa ba connect me bisa na moa bi oho no metimi ayeden ama hu moa ma antiase no ayeden SCP. I will say thank you and wait for questions.
Amen. Mami, I'm sure pa.
Amen.
Don't gonna cause one him. I'm sure papa. I did it for Beja so Yaminam, Mammy Suation Nemre. The medical cano. The Breno Yabrisa and didn't so be was Timbusa and I said, wow. Moshe Molina, man.
Yo, Kings, me also.
Okay, all right. But yo,
did you can Mumayana, Mammy lawyers? Send a wasi a church at the Nanka, a coming qua. Anka, the show and so watching me. But when you're a dear pussy in the fans, and I'm first question and they say, all church idea no, or can be for Western accent. In other words, the executor. Now, maybe say executor now, or beneficiary no. Now, say beneficiary no, mammy, papa, na onona obehwe no. Na beneficiary no eswa. Na se executor no pay sisifo na se was squander property no se beneficiary no enyinia guarantee ben and a homa beneficiary no so bit me retrieve the executor no as squander no. My question no.
Thank you very much. But your opinion ben and say
Aqua.
Me da say me say me fiase aka say me de say Queens for any other na mu programs amoye mu ma me kwan bioma I am available. Na me person ka mo be hu a bit more what you would want me to concentrate on or to talk more about, and then we can have another discussion. So I'm open to be part of another discussion if it's possible. Question I'll be saying, it's very important question. Now the woman say one, what testator and now what draw well. One and Ukraine was so this obeshimu onya nyame bedom wona wapo bia. Sena mekae no sudi na ode manipa no enti onipa kro ne trustworthy onipa kro na nkasa so ejina ne nan so sebe obidi enti enye wo de no na oba bede eba bedan nechi eba bede aba befa onipa kro so benya ohudo ene abotre na adwuma wo mu na waye but nipa de ya dwen edi adandan nti na wo kan ebitimi si na sa execute adwuma a legal adwuma. Now so long as the will has been granted probate na will na mra efo so say ampa papa yi will ya oye yi asime mensa will oye yi edimu e wo mra eni pia And ye send a walk an akolano. Sebi onusunyi no fe obehu se wila papa ye ni wila mama ye ni oka se asasi we enko me ho enko me nwe we ho anase nka ye fese sika we emfa hwe me suku but suku no kra me kodu ss mentimi anko bi manase sika bi ni wa ye dede na ma me ko hiemu papa ko hiemu whatever the case may be otimi de court and specifically sue you the executor otimi sue. So nisika kra Ghana you be for legal aid. Lawyers ni bi so ye be pro bono. Inti mama ho kwan yo. The answer is that the law makes room for you to be able to do that. You can sue the person. But the ya na ebia se na ya court in same doors ntina ya afimfim. It is like go for court. It's difficult. But the law makes provisions. So court. No aye dey. So our own property the law will then make it say obey dey o de won sabeto court member ho kwan dey start to the property so. Na che say onipa kuna wo court na say dey wo ye wadwuma yie na watimi aye dey ehun na say wo ye na lawyer so aboa wo na mrasi say we say something in law that say the will of the person, the wishes of the person must be fulfilled. Enti baby anywa ema ho kwan ma onipa kuna oye executor no obe set on one agenda. But like we have agreed on nipa de so I think that is the answer I can give on that question that you gave.
George, I'm waiting for you.
Opinion kwa Caroline Maya.
Opinion kwa mpacho what you say?
Matias pa medasi wo anu ya wode ama me nti mijamu na amanfo bisabia na akire no maybe I made the second question aba.
Martin.
Yo said I make an opening fence. Yonkodoradio was no so do was some for between the aba and as I'm boa a quanda home.
Me pacho meeting is a question.
Yes, sister.
Yo, madam, that's na masam back when say who can say ya young church ye man no na see mo munya we ye na me did say Ghana for bebre number adwin say ya na esru kakra wo say abofra no sua no wo church ne de wo wa first na man who say oh bibi wo fi nti wonyere ne ho enye de wo so wo ye ana say uyi wo ho adi a kire abofra no inti na ema ehu kakra se awofo bebre be chechiro se o mi wosika we wosim we japade we ha mi wosese na other information bakra no so say situation bi obi ka share me say papa no every mono or ye video who can be say back critical in a video one ye video but do say ye did video no call na ebusafo no hwe ne ajetum say enema ne yabo mofra ne dia no ebusafo ofi ne se my video kwa no mompene if you say if you no mute on bibia no enti ye de na wo beje say papa se video nti no ye free ho dia mamo sa no e de na mofra no so be.
Okay. Enti ajwa me da say me say now question I will be saying also edimu the balance is when the children when do you expose it a disclosure and there should be a certain wisdom and balance to it. Send enye nkola ni na obo mu nyina no maka kire om so me we wa ha omunyi ba kakra ni na sebe o hwe obi esuban na emi se omudu age bi a omutimi koba then they was start here then I fear onipa kuna bia you would want to have some knowledge bequeathed to that person. Now me say my example be say and sometimes no I don't know whether it is all conclusive, but sometimes the people we will say rich no sometimes they're the strictest on their children. I don't know whether I can get a witness. Obia washe da ye juma Krachi, lawyer penny, doctor penny, juma penny, oye juma otonwade ahomachi 5 o'clock, ebi anasebe, se ne baby no ne kwa. Sorry, echo. And sometimes I think they can be the ones who with me a lot of discipline. Just say be or what, and it's saying be or why in a chrono ebem. But then they say to say the level of discipline there, it's me who say we are not going to be there forever. We are going to leave them and they'll have to stand on their feet. And whilst they are young, Nana me permission say don't keep them too secluded from what you are doing. Holidays no more bar. Say stop now. Ometina no be. Almost na manage staff. So man bank no. And I think say me my example said try to do organ. Omo ya idea o papa. And they say as come shop no ba ko agbogboloshe. Obehwe na the baba akwa we university ebi ono no wo hwe so ebi wo we a bebi omo ton spare parts a ebi wo ho a na de obi wo ho a o hwe so ana say bebi ono ankasa tie a o ye adwuma no me baketu ebi wo ho a eden o mani ho adwuma nim kakra. And you don't leave your children to be at home all the holidays, not knowing what you are doing in your shop or anything, and then Touchwood who call no way German. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know who to talk to. Only one now for in the business circles. So my father says, "Oh, I knew you. When I now me papaya contract into where do I go?" They don't know anything. But then you may have left a colossal amount of money, and as well your property is some boss or manage. He hasn't got the skills, the know-how. And the desire, na mekaya ine here me panse, the desire. And ti bona me hwem se nkolemu no also opide we opadekai we opadimia nenya mediche obia ewo ho. So you may have to have wisdom to know how to manage those things. It depends on we the parents to know how we bring up our children in such a way. Say, we'll be able to have disclosures to them. I will throw it to all of us and say, let's go back and read about some of the big companies we have in America, has been there for generations. And we'll be able to see how they were able to pass it on. So can you spare the rod, you spoil the child. It's just a balance. Balance. Say, look, it is this company that is bringing in the money. You can also help in a way. You are going to do A, B, C, D, and things like that. A, B at that time, that the child may not be able to appreciate it. I'll call a pay discipline. They be a man said, schools are no more the highest discipline level. No, they produce the best people. And then call yes, and go back to say, wow. And yes, so let us be encouraged on that one and use wisdom about how to manage that. And then your second question was about video. Now we can't say ebeya in phone channel and also in try, but in busuya for sekete day fat no more video, but the biomatna or one ebede ebetna. And yes, some of people say, where the adena SSA, yes, sir. But I will agree with you, say it does happen. Maybe or what to say out of frustration, economic circumstances, because Ukraine or Honor Watna and now okay, a good example say until you are organ or America and to Uja dine the ma unuabe maybe so on snim unto rent on your tree. The person has lived in the house for 20 years, and then you give that house to your child or your beneficiary. And then Otunu na on high no dear Nyesika. Honestly, the person does not know where to go. Ain't maybe or have been born bar, yen African society, black magic way, no coffee baby. Salty as here. Ain't a na wisdom ember kakra how to manage some of these things. But the will hong kwan dear. You can go to court, and the will, as the will said, no, it must be what? Before you can effectuated. Now, will na can a rabbe buawona assassinate a dino why then watch it. Will in your dear now you kind of reform say discretionary because there is no law backing you are obeying your court to say as I see a war dansuman and a dine your airport no that in the ma asimesi. Inti wa what you was saying too. there is nothing. Inti ebeya sena mra ekam. Yembo modi anye de enye will. Yembo modi anye will. As we are growing, after 60, wa ho den no 7 nya mede maaye no Ghana wako pension. I have 65 oko pension. After that, no, try and get your will done. Unye sika so ntema 40 utimi ye. You revise it as the years go by. And at the anti adwa, o question in your question be etimi answer A any B. But on the question of the video, if there is a will, you can always go to court.
A lawyer yada sibebre, me pacho, menso masem bisane say. Sene o ye ka will asemi ene ye ma yabe wo mo krom ha ye nim o ma dwene de se da achi bi o mo bekọ akotena Ghana ana sesen na e wo se ye wele bibi edema o mo property bi wo Ghana na wo mo no so nya de a o mo ekọ akotena ho chese ye se na medical kan no ye nim wo da achi bi no de o mo adwene beye wo mo de na de bibi sa ma wo na de da achi bi wuni ho na de nso wo mu din na wo so wo Ghana na obusuani bi entumi mfa ne nsenka na nkura nso so no o ma dwene nye ho o ma ni nye ho na kire nyema etete sa ne se na ibesi I go about it.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Auntie. It's a very, very valid question in a life situation, a tricky issue. All things being equal, no ka yen na nsusu ye ne se na etimi bro ye, na mitimi dum ye etimi ye nye be ma ye ba. But the reality is here it is obana kowari Chinese ni, or kowari Japan ni, or kowari obi of Rwanda. I mean, the reality of life here, the social network, how it is, or kowari obi a as a waka Ghana cry, it's like the Ghana ne when he work map so. Ebisu or why idea in fact kolani kofi. Brofo kra ye krom kasa kra ye nim kolani nkebi. So they are disassociated with our background. They are disassociated with our background. What I said now, I say I will still go back and say, you have conversations with them. Oh, I don't know what me who nipa kone adwi. Hey, so Kweku, why are you gonna leave? Would you want to stay in Ghana with your family one day? Kaka obi hu na adwi. And to say na me kind na nka odo kwa property, put it in an investment for the child. No ntimi ko ni school bi pepe bi nwie. No peno obi dey. Aye. Ana senye sa, utimi di share will ni mu say, oba no, ohwe no nkotena ho a onton. And not give the child some confidence. He said, well, I'm not trapped. Because one kasa we are world, what you almost says, I know people who do that. They will say, I'm giving it to my children, 2 children, almost no mean free Canada, but almost mean free American, but they should sell the property and share the proceeds. Into none of the people, their children are emboldened and has so many confidence. They say, oh, Sebe, yeah, and to na papa and mama, yeah, nasi. Or no cracker say, share na asetna no, yentimi ba Ghana, emetna Ghana, yen yenton assassin. I think we can do our wills like that and put in that provision too, that I give it to my children. So it is legally theirs. The bear vesting as and be their mom. But then what you almost say, or they will not need the property again. They should sell it until the person becomes more confident to be able to do that. So Auntie Ajua, I think that is what we can do in the circumstances.
That's I muda pa.
Me pacho case. My last suggestion be now I'm a lawyer and those ones. So the young proper the young will now the percentage sorry senior me will no me person ejina ho change no me ma certain percentage ya proper na say saying
oh papa na meka say nyame nhira because na woni pa adwin mu no na ede na akome mu no na ede ano ede eka
Amen.
nti ye da ase kwan wo ho bebre se na meka ye no yenya akukodro se eye wowo property. And I like it the way the law puts it, self-acquired. So to say you fear or Ghana, your family property. Ebi asase kese your grandfather ejade to. And when you there, ochefa wo mkra nya self-acquired property. Na wo de wa ho den ni wunyansa nya medum wona otimi ye no. That is what is yours. And wo feel mo na for say sorry ye madum. Ehona me sum ya all these 30 years. And nunti my brabo. I mean, you think you owe the church something, an obligation of goodwill. Definitely give it to them. Just that be clear. Natural. Say SDA Queens, be specific. Men can say me the SDA, sorry. SDA, sorry, they can come from Ghana to wherever, but be specific. Baby, I made some SDA. Men can say baby, I make sorry, Debbie. Just say, oh yeah, well, now their specificity is so important. Be specific, natural address. Nina Alpha Council, as I see me the dying SDA Queens like this. Now, what can the more chef be sorry now? No, na management is not going to be kakra. Because then you are putting the church more or less into part of the disbursement process. If you know so, and then percentage when you 30%, 30%, 50% executor. I mean, have you done what you're supposed to do? In Tiabeya, Namito Akuma say, Diane, farmer, sorry, assassin, farmer, sorry, no. And yes, Ebeya. The specific amount of money, sorry. And yes, I saw it to me. I say, a ton diner, a move proceeds now, yen for half, and your day, Emma, sorry. And like I said earlier, the more specific you are, the better it is. And we should all be encouraged to do these things. Schools be brave, what higher, go for the industry, and go for no more goodwill, day. Building some of the beautiful schools that Emma Ekomusese, almost scholarships. $20, $50, and be coffee cry, a bois collabi school. A bois obi inti Sena Eye Christopher, ye reasoning na yen shramobia, there day. Intina yet nibe coffee kakra. Aha, inti me pacho, oh, whole kind pass say, utmi edis shimu wilmo, and nobody can question you for what the decisions you take in your will. Why?
Yo, Pacho Medas, Yaminshra, Nayaminka.
Amen.
Yo, Mpamocho, so be wa asem fofo bisana se mwebia Mpamocho obetim de aba.
Yo, Mama, them letters of administration, a term of a limitation or what to establish it now.
The law gives provision. I know in the for wills, no, they give the executor 3 months. So wunya unipakoni wa 3 months and we are kind of will never win. So kona koji probate. Snebe albeit me I then. I mean echo yeah ako administer assassin ediamano. Will as for letters of administration, I may have to find whether there's a time, it's time bound. But I will say it is not time bound. Will na essence only pa kono ashe ne share say anything. A person there, you bet me disposal of the properties na sabi necessary ye be aye. Enti we there, me say maybe I share that any ho say wonye Yonkodoradio letter of administration after 5 years nature say property na I don't know, it's like it has become comatose and I say no, there is no law like that. Now I am paying crano. Yeah, yet me say and sana ebusuani member together and I say ma be o ma dream back say okay fe ya bro so mami property na be all aboni ana e wala badi ana usu ana e wa ha no ye na enye back na fe ye Yonkodoradio administration. So that one is not time bound. It is not time bound. So wherever whenever munya ne hunya na meka ye mbram kwan mu no na sese moye no mutimi ya, you can go to court. It doesn't matter how long the person may have passed. You can go to see a lawyer and get the necessary documentation, death certificates, and a burial certificates, and waiting at court. Properties, and more person more administer. Letters of administration. Aye.
You, Madasi.
Okay.
Okay, Sabino, so be a new question. Mama, Mamela, in the final thought about now you be opening a Fed Aqua, Wabon by a show of Miss Rama. Okay, until you have a question.
Very quick partner. I'm saying, back to the last time no near. Mamma and Pacho, person Bishara said, Otto Assassin or Ghana, or mobile be a fan allocation. Minim say, yes, assassin, yeah. But we are Yanni be a toll assassin to her and maybe a trim. Now, or Hineno, a be my any or say a allocation. Yeah, picture coy, Emma or the picture no, I try to produce. And now, my side plan and I be bitches are. But all and Catano, a assassin, no person we are. Not to say you be do home self any lease. But all bet to me a bois, I church your mucka, send a no horse in city. Send a bit to me a knife will be assassin, and so and Catano.
Okay. Say allocation letter, and I don't talk assassin about Ashanti region. And assassin away in
Part of Ashanti region, yes.
Exactly. Ashanti region no more allocation notes. How they are not PMP no share no na kakra. And with the allocation notes, what you are going to do is that over fact now we are called lands commission office. Na hono na omobe fee ase development fee any sane many woman na what you omo ye lease e de atoso any site plan no they are called Asante Hene Secretariat. Now, Asante Hene so I then say no because of the Ashanti the way they are chieftaincy system we want to know the Asante Hene is a confirming party to all the grants. It is assassin we just so mampon said there you last for a document now it is taking Asante Hene we no or Hene sign it. Area, you sign the course Asante Secretariat, na Asante Hene ahwe no mo so my den Asante Hene Secretariat no so mo so ayo ho adwuma ahwie na assign the list na efe dia ba lands commission na lands commission ayo ho adwuma do din ahye map no so na ewie na assign your title e dia map nti me ba allocation letter na why ni there it is very sana omo ye no ewo Ashanti region hall. Normally, no, I'm say plot number no was so now ward number and I ward number, ward in a block.
Yes.
Exactly. And say I hold a plan and I na going to say ward number any block now. Into that allocation letter me patch sign forward there. If the site plans are tied, the fact now for court lands commission, could be regional lands officer. I say and they will help you to get the lease done. And I share of Mubias, on be broom at the actual Secretary woman, on my work. If you want us to sign it, portion of the lease, no, and if you almost the aqua was Santini Secretariat, now they assigned the abba, if you estimate the amount. And see, I think, say, Kumasi, they are now encroachments now, then, and yet to send a one crying. And see, I think you are in good hands, and to just go and pursue it. Why?
Oh, okay, you're made us maybe and actually, okay, and a bit chicken record.
Well, winning, but you had to check across no DHR ever content because they are the home segment to send crank room and cry dear. Why?
Your name, that's great.
Okay.
If I'm Sabino, Yonkodoradio was on 2% who come back no put here in Pacho, a grand home. Now you are, and I feel so we hear my meaning no ma, who friend as an assistant, yeah, it did not my mamma not feeling only net delay personally. So they be and you may better 2 years. Madam Sabino, my miss over fan out of us the bar. The mamma quite no we are opening affect aqua upon fire, the family. That was it.
Oh, okay. So firstly, Madam Wasi. for giving me the opportunity. I would want to start with opinion quality wankasa and my sister Bakwa Odi kind mammy to be home Queens no so ni home medana si bebre medanti answer say odumi aka program no ho na ende so metimi aba na mai den ni efiase no ye hwe de ai den edie awie enti me de tofa kakra mebo ne say me say efie nkomodie ne si e won sasesem ho na me kan say well na de ya na ehia ne ye property na ye asase ne dan ye wo mu no na ye de be mama wo na me kan say boni kokose okwa akogye asase na ehia ne ye site plan no me bo super no de me pamucho ehun ya pa site plan awa wo survey aye backcoded plan and cry na ade no na wage no akoye search me pacho me nja asasem ne kan da akoye search na wo search no wage na e de aye adwuma say ye say aban asase a me kire mo say president po gina podium so no kan say o asase ye de ama ahemfo no ye de ama enu efe political talk bibia e de mra ye bia ye de mra ne san ye de edane no bibia ye de mra tintim na nya no ye de sesa no mra ne san de tinti ye de dane no enti e bon hene ne betimi aka cho so aban crash or de be mai o aban crash o ma compensation ya ma compensation wa aban asase so a na sese o ye se okọ to aban offices no ho evaluation no map to compensation asase ne de aban de nsa to so a ye fe no say eminent domain ni tumi owo say aban tina odi ayesa na ya na it is for the good of the society or of the nation intina ya mo yesa intina no intina wo ho asem bi a onti obi ntimi nka say oh ye ntwa compensation inti aban crapo a president ba ha no obeti so kan but it means to say be intent it has not become a reality and who say aban din that document as a summary pacho open ho asem bi ebisa Collins commission utrio sika di mo bi na anon ye de hu se nkofo ko isidan kofo anon ye de utua pe me mama say o se de anon ye di people be se ne no ani di tua na mpenifo se sika so ye ko ahifie ne nsan ma nti then ona wonsa kemu asase na wonsa enka document sika ne so aye de atom na aye asema aye asefem oyusi na so kosidan asase na wahin edintawantawa bebreba nti pese no na ide de ye nya hwe wo ye discussions on land cry that's one we should get it clear and then on the wills I said say what basically the will requires is executor or executors and witnesses no bakona end ho na me cheche mu say eya do bibia no aba krata mra krata enti din a obehihye mu no me ye din so aye de krata e wo ho enti sabe manoda we so waba America no wasesa wo din a sa din na wasesa no no na sese wo document no ana will no because o de ba aban office ana bibia na me wo ye adwuma no say ya ono de eno na odi document na odi ye adwuma no enti mo ntimi nka say oh me na ye frame me Equia Grace Mensa but me call abrochire no say me passport mu no me Mrs Adenkola abakro say and well this a wosan here affidavit like I said to show say me I frame me Grace Mensa no me and say frame me say Adenkola or whatever the name you have intimate can say it's important to mobile use official names the ben so mo bo nko form pe edin na ewo documents no will nimu snebe na we documents be use official names now use abbreviations Mr. Animan because and yes I be for explanation Mr. and Mrs. so I explained to say Mrs. can be a lot of Mrs. Unfortunately and the women insist it shouldn't be Mr. and Mrs. Kwanzaa no Mr. Evans Kwanzaa and I'm Mrs. Joyce and I'm Mrs. Ya Eduaku Atademfi then it is clear specific to a person and things like that. And I also encourage to say, yentuto properties no way money dim, it takes every argument away. And then for letters administration, and so on, my children say how you have to do it in such a way, say, letters administration now. I know the uniho, but this is the procedure it goes through. The law tries to cater for all the people involved. And to say, oh, you remember say me and son. Please, excuse me, I know I'm talking to a church group, but now or you married, you divorced and things like that. Now the law expects to say you will make provision for them. And in the will of Ghana's Will Act, you say we will ban 18 and below. Was said yes, obey the otisicabeshim and obey provision for the child. And yes, our colano who finds so to make the echo courts. And I'm saying can necessarily say you calling out me who say on Sakoto Biso. Now, one on quo Beman and Pacho Meman and Minomokaze, one of him say, oh, Colebi, our baby. Will you in him, you are Mrs. America or Canada, Germany, only Pacho, your provision for that child, because that child should not suffer because of war issues. So you make provision, like I said, a whole property. Obiso person will be said, Jamia to a noon, where in your media, it will be maybe so of view. Snabe and can colane a woman, ye joma his son and ya cover muna. And then, like I said, for let's administration, a year now per se, customary head, no so a can't be. Snabe, I won't know fiasem, say, oh, I'm pat no, Baba, go hand son oko. And think colani in an ed, as near chefa ewo. And now a general properties. It's maybe be it's me a coda. In me say, Madam was for the audience you've given me questions. Joy talking to you, but like I said, if there's the opportunity again and more specific, maybe I'm a share more. Mama, penny for tia, no daddy tia. They will let me know, and I'm ever ready to assist in further discussions. But that's what I'll say. Thank you very much. God grant us wisdom for the days ahead of us. Amen.
Amen. Amen. That was mommy. I mean, sure.
Yo,
After and then near quite.
yo, I'm sure what you did, I'm finding, and then my mom pie. I don't animal who for ya and a wow. One out to me, brother, in Nassau, and then you read the was it. Say, why my mammy, a kind of home. Now, what be yagging to my dear. Yes, sir, at the mammy. Say, for almost no money, me dear baby, Nan Sunday bamboo baby. Now, at the whole force, a friend, what be a kind of. There was a tearful now, there was no good of it. CB radio. Sirayna and opening party for Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Mammy, I mean, sure. Now, it better us half for you until you're ready. And every shuffle, there will be a mespa.
Mr.
Ye didn't to me.
Amen.
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 Amen. Amen. Amen.